Hey, welcome all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my church clothes. You know it's Sunday. I do what I do for you after my church. So now I got a nice little lesson for you. Hmm, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. The message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. The numbers are doing good. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers way of life, and that's what it is. Through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, and that's what I'm on, is that all right thinkers know thyself. And if you're a right thinker, you tune in, become a follower of my concepts, your goal is to know thyself. So I ask you, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. This is what I do for you. Help you to know you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And as always, to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, I did some experiment yesterday. So I did right thinkers. Let's talk about writing under the influence. What the what? Hope they get you tuned in. So now I got your attention. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you. I just told you I'm gonna tell you. Now I'm gonna tell you. Then I'm gonna tell you what I told you. Let's go. Right thing is we're gonna talk about writing under the influence. What the hell is he talking about? Okay. We all know that you can drink and get drunk, but you can't what? Drive while you drunk. Right? While you're under the influence. That's a DUI. A few people got them. I fell victim to one a few years ago, so I understand. Okay. So, but what about tripping? Right? Under the influence of mind enhancing drug, aka LSD. So if you can't think and drive or drink and drive, don't even think about tripping and trying to drive. It's not going to be a good ordeal for you. Me being an old space cadet, for me, it's like running into an old friend, okay? And who you did what? Some dirt with, so they know you. You know them. You know what y'all do. When you get together, that's what we do. So again, I'm old school. I'm an old school we call space cadets. That's the guys who take off and go into outer space. I'm a George Clinton man, Parliament Funkadelic. So I like going out of space. So yeah, our motto is I keep my bags packed. I'm always ready for a trip. You got a tab? Let's go. And when I was writing this, I was. So at the bottom, it get real messy. So if you see me having some problem reading at the end, that's because I was just my mind was running faster than my pen can go. So I've seen that too. I got a bunch of stuff I missed as I'm going through now. Whoa, Joe, you missed the whole word. So let's go. All right. Back in my high school, I'll tell you about back in 1975. I tripped every day my senior year of high school. And nobody was none the wiser. Why? Because back in our day, when I learned to get high, okay? And the idea of being high is enjoying the high within yourself. Nobody outside got to know you high. Nobody got to know what's going on in your head. So I enjoy that. So I can just move and groove and I'm just, in my zone, so to speak. So yeah, I can function under the influence well. Done it for years. So when the opportunity came up, yeah, what the hell, Saturday? What? Man, LSD tripping ain't like ego tripping. See, the ego, you can slow them down or you can calm them down. LSD, you along for the ride. All you can do is just hold on. When that thing start going up, that feeling start mounting, you know something going on. Yeah, okay. Then you start just, okay, light speed. I love that. Okay. So now, back in the early 60s, the government was the one to introduce LSD on an experimental basis of their own soldiers. Big problem. Why? They gave them the acid and they tripped out. Some guys committed suicide, thinking they can fly, thinking they're invincible. But why? Their mind wasn't ready for what it was going through, so they didn't know how to handle it. They got a drug called ayahuasca. And everybody to a man said, when you take that thing, you think that LSD? No, you ain't seen nothing. I done had crank. I done had every hallucinogen. What's that? Elephant trance. I done had them all. But what they said about that ayahuasca, I don't know if I want to ride that ride. I don't ride roller coasters. So if that ayahuasca is like the roller coaster, I can't get on. Why? I can't handle it. Simple. When that thing go up like that, when that thing hit its peak and come down, I'm done. I am so done. So I can't handle that coming down. And even if the LSD, the crash is smooth, I can just smooth on into it. So I ain't got that problem. It don't whoom! It go up, but it don't come down fast. So I like that concept, so I can handle it. But they experimented with LSD on their own people without telling them. So the record showed that they had a few, like 4 or 5 people commit suicide off the LSD. So they scrapped that concept. Then they did what? Gave it to who? The disco. Okay. Flood the disco with LSD in the 70s. In the 70s, LSD was the drug of choice. Cheap. I had to get hits of acid for $1. And you can cut it down into quarters and you got 4 days of tripping for $1. So it was a cheap trip. Well, it was a cheap high. It didn't go over too well. A lot of people can't handle speeding up their thought process. I was one because I'm a thinker. So LSD to me was like what? Brain food. It just sped the thought process up. I like that. I said, oh, this is cool. Okay, so I was up on things. I was really ahead of the game. I thought so. I enjoyed the ride. Okay, that was my thing. All right, but what happened? Oh yeah, we called it do it fluid. It got me energy. It kept me revved up. That too. I didn't need no blue mans. All right, but I was already personally back at 16 years old, ego tripping. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. But yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, I was already ego tripping. Why? I'm 16 years old. Got little girls going. I'm quarterback of the football team. I'm the captain. I'm full of myself again, and I'm tripping. So that wasn't a good combination. I know I must have been an arrogant somebody, and some people remember me that way. And I look at them like, oh, you was too much. I only remember my scene. It's a blur. All right, but watch this. But I'm personally, where am I? Where am I? I lost my side. Okay, yeah. So no one saw my LSD tripping as anything more than me just ego tripping. Again, they just this motherfucker off the hook. Excuse me. But yeah, I was full of myself and tripping. So I have been getting high since I was 10 to age of 9. And by the time I was 11, I learned how to parrot roll 7. I was down in whole quarter 1. So I was living that street life real early in life. Okay, so yeah, I was out there. But I learned early in life that what? My mind is mine. And with knowledge of self, my mind, it will always stay. If you don't have sense and understanding of how to manipulate and use this thing here, not going to end well for you. Personally, I'm an introvert. When I was in high school, when I was tripping, I was acting like an extrovert. So people thought I was that happy-go-lucky guy. No, that was just ego. And again, the acid pushing me on, driving me. I'm more of a laid-back type of dude. I learned later on that I was. early in life, I wanted to be the drummer. I wanted everybody to see me. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was again ego tripping. I look back and said, yeah, you was out there, dog. Okay, moving on, but in the wrong way. That's never good. So you know what happens on that. So watch this. Now, me being a natural introvert and thinking is what I personally think I do best. I'm always calculating, always thinking, always, observing. So I was always that type of person. Okay. I can be very nice or I can be very unnice. I used to think that was, no, that's not a good thing. Why? Because I know unnice is not good. And as I put it in my mind, if you do something to me, I got to get you back. So that's just from projects. Remember, from the hood, some things I just can't let go. And somebody getting the best of me, somebody doing something to me, that sticks to my craw. So I'm very vindictive, I guess. I think I'm a pretty smart dude, but after years of learning, so now I'm good with who I am, who I turn out to be. My mom is proud of me. That's all I care about. When I was coming up, I just wanted my mom's approval, my dad's approval, to being, I guess, a good son. So at this point in my life, I'm good with my mom. Dad, I know he up there smiling and seeing me doing my thing, so it's all good. Moving on. Where we at? Okay, yeah. Now, with knowledge of self, it don't make a difference. No drug can come close to what? The natural high of what? Gaining God conscious, becoming knowledgeable of self. I got it in 2013. I'm still high. And that acid trip ain't changed nothing. Just a little, a little bump in the road, reminisce about the good old days and have me feeling nostalgic and all that. But I'm good to go. I don't need a drug to do what I do. Why? I got it naturally. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It ain't about a drug. If you need a drug to get to God, it won't happen. Moving on. It's all bogus. Where we at now? Yeah, and remember, I have always been what? The best knower of who? Myself. I just had to ride it out and do what I thought was best, and the whole time I didn't give in. We had the service in the church today about giving in. Now I know, no, I don't quit. Down and out, beat down. I'm not giving in. Okay, I'm a fighter to the end. And I fight with this. Right thinkers. Think, think, and think some more. Why? It ain't illegal yet. But like Luke told, like Yoda told Luke in Star Wars, you scared? Nah, I ain't scared of nothing. You will be. If you don't think what I'm telling you is gonna happen and you don't fear it, you should. Why? Because it's coming. AI. Remember, I told you. Right thinking is what? Thinking about what? Right things that can what? Help you better yourself. Not a bunch. We in the information age, Aquarius. So everybody got information. All information ain't good information. Okay? All money ain't good money. Certain things you need to stay away from. Fast money, not good money. Okay. Right thinking is not just thinking right for the sake of thinking, but for the benefit of you. Every decision that you make pertaining to you, and you got to do that on a consistent basis. When they're good, life is good. When you're making bad decisions, when you're not doing what you should do, you're going to have fetters. That's your own personal causing your problems. That's you causing your own problems. They call fetters. The more ignorant you are, the more fetters you're going to cause for yourself. The more enlightened you are, the more spiritually disciplined you are, the less your fetters. See where I'm going with that? Okay, if your life is fetter filled, you should start making some changes. Okay? Right thinking was and will always be what? How to live and why I live right daily. Why? I get blessed for doing the right thing on a day-to-day basis. I practice doing the right thing. That's it. Doing the situations, you got to do it then. Don't wake up tomorrow and say, well, I should have handled it yesterday better. Too late. Money quarterbacks never won a game. Thinking after the fact won't take care of the problem. Why? You should have done that during the situation so there wouldn't be a problem. Now it's a problem because of what you did or didn't do. When you should have done what you should have known you should have done. When you should have done it. After thinking, what thought means you didn't know. Right thinkers understand this. Beware. Why? Because you're about to be endangered species. A thinking man is the powers that be worst enemy. I'm just saying. And I'm right thinkers. If y'all get a movement started, if we become conscious, clipped across the board, and start making a movement, y'all put me on the hot seat. Why? They want to know who started the movement. Shh, don't tell them. Like my man Pops, don't tell nobody. All right, let's go. I'm about to wrap it up. I appreciate you. Right thinkers. Remember, I did this while I was under the influence, okay? So I'm just trying to go back over to I'm trying to get back the thought of mind, the train of mind I was doing when I was writing it down. And I'm trying to get back there. So understand, I'm trying to go through this, look at it and say, what? Okay, here go a good one. Right thinking is the way to self-knowledge, which if you haven't heard is the best knowledge. My handwriting is atrocious. But I know why. I'm laughing because I knew it when I was doing it. Boy, you gonna have a problem when you gotta come back and try to read it. So understand that. All right, here we go. We wrap it up. I'm gonna finish this thing. I'm just having fun today. This is just something I just threw together to have some fun. I know my views gonna take a hit. No big deal. But some people gonna understand and get this message. Somebody need to hear this. That's what I'm saying. This is another lesson. Let's go. And it's all real. I tell anybody true stories. That's what I got for you. True stories. Okay, let's go. Now, where we at? Okay, last one. We all have what? A Yoda. Who the hell's Yoda? In us. Or is that me just tripping? That time, for some reason, the Yoda concept came to my mind, and I just said about thinking being illegal. You scared? No, you will be. Why? Because AI is coming. So now just breaking it down where that voice inside your head is Yoda. That's what I said. I always had Yoda in my shoulder, right? This, making sure it's not what? When you do that, make sure it's not your ego. Why? Because that's who was on mine in my younger life. It wasn't the good Yoda. It was the other Yoda. So now I'm tripping balls right now, right in this. And it looks like it already. Why? I'm bugging. See, it was starting to get intense at that point in time because the handwriting just terrible. Okay. Now, as I go on for this trip, I have everything I need. My P-Funk music. And the only thing that made that trip so perfect, all my music was George Clinton, Commodores, uh, Crusaders, all my old music, the Hustlers Convention, every Jocko, that music was what I did 40 years ago. And it just made my whole day just flow. So I enjoyed the trip. Why? I just enjoyed it. What's this? Now, I was tripping balls. Now, as I go on this trip, I have everything I need. Why? George was my Yoda. Okay? And I became what? The Star Child, aka now times have changed. I was mood control, all that. Okay, P Funk. Now I'm what? The right thinking man. And what I do, wake my people up. How? With knowledge of self. That's my weapon of choice. Thinking, obtaining knowledge, teaching those to think for themselves. Okay, that's the concept. And even under the influence, I can still hopefully make sense and get a lesson out there to somebody who can learn from it. And again, in closing, right thinkers, may y'all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers like you are tripping or have passed away. I'm out.